So we're here today to talk about 21st century education, building with technology. Done some research. And from that online research, I've got three main takeaways about what's important in 21st century technology. First thing is connectivity. It's understanding that everything is connected across contents, across disciplines, and within each learner, including their own personal background knowledge. Everything is connected, so we're talking about even cultural knowledge, so location, time, space, and connections within the person as well as the community. An example of connectivity in action came from the website bigthink.com from filmmaker Tiffany Schlein. She wrote about an app called Opinion Space that reached out to large groups for answers to questions and then displayed patterns, trends, and insights as they emerged on the map. And then the selling point is that the wisdom of crowds then is used to identify and highlight the most insightful ideas. Second major takeaway is that technology is key. An example of 21st century technology in action comes from the Institut International de Lance in Switzerland, where students use tablets to create music in the school's first iPad orchestra. The students had no training on how to create music, and they were able to collaborate with each other using software on their interconnected iPads to create music. The third major aspect is that instruction is student-centered. An example of student-centered learning came from Quinn Parker on TopHat.com, 2018. He or she wrote about Thomas Hayden, teaching at Stanford, who taught environmental journalism, which mixed humanities and science students. So as the introductory assignment, they had science students teach the journalism students about science, and the journalism students teach the science students about journalism. So each set of students was responsible for teaching their content knowledge to the other group. I personally have experienced these three things in my graduate level courses at MSU. They've asked me to work with multiple new technologies that I would not have investigated myself, including Voxer and Flipgrid. You see those here on the screen. And the connectivity aspect comes in when I've been able to use these apps in the courses to collaborate with my fellow students. To move my own instruction towards 21st century learning, using the TPACK model, first of all, to increase connectivity. One way to do that is to ask students to design their own lessons. I got this idea from a website. This would mesh with TPACK because I would bring in the relevant learning objectives. That's the pedagogy. The students would make his or her own path based on their previous knowledge. There's the content. And then together we would utilize the available technology, the learning resources there, putting us the sweet spot in the middle there for the TPACK. This would connect to learning because it would be an active and complex task that's built on prior knowledge and situated in an authentic learning space. One form of connectivity that would utilize that is collaboration. The students are working together on assignments, both to determine their own outcomes, their goals, and to grade each other theoretically in the next step. So they use each other's knowledge to build their own. The second step there potentially would be to prompt students to assess each other, and this could be done without that first step, but you provide them with a rubric and then ask them to utilize that rubric to assess their peers' performance until they're able to demonstrate that they have learned the knowledge and skills that they expected to learn themselves. That if they can teach them to a peer, then they should have it. These are my references. Thank you.